I'm David from Goes Cube. We're from Brooklyn, New York. This is our van for this tour. Our old van was called Betsy. This one is called Vancina because we're borrowing it from a band called Mancino. It's the feminine version, and obviously we swapped the M for a V. Anyways, this is what we've been all around the country in so far. So, as you might be able to see, we got our bass player Matt Tyson in the driver's seat right now. We got Kenny's book of Russian tattoos in the front seat. We got a nerdy book that Matt Tyson's reading, and we've got some newspapers which have an article about us in it. So, let's see. What else do we have in here?
That's Kenny's reading through.
Protein is tough to come by, so jerky is a good protein source. Always going to be coffee, which after you're finished with doubles as a sunflower seed receptacle. A lot of sunflower seeds get consumed. Kenny, our drummer, was a cartography major in college, and now he reads maps for pleasure. Don't think this is for actual navigation. This is what Kenny calls light reading. This is known as Tom Tom to most of the world. To us, Thomas. Thomas, this time around, has been very, very inaccurate. Most cities we roll into puts us about 500 different places before we get to where we're trying to go. And yesterday, in our drive up to Lincoln, Nebraska, it almost had us make a left and head toward California for no reason at all. So that's Thomas. We do have some all the metal CDs you'd expect from a metal band, all the CDs, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings. There's a Steve Miller Band and Merle Haggard in here somewhere as well. We instituted a rule that we try to buy one CD per rest stop, which, let me tell you, is very hard to do. I think I covered the front. I can show you the rest. My wife misplaced some of my hats. She likes to think that I misplaced them, but I blame her. So I had to pick up a new hat for the tour. Got my fishing hat. Got this at a Walmart in Florida. $6.99. Almost walked out that on my head without paying. Almost was free. There's our drummer, Kenny. He's got in his hand, he's got a football purchased at the same Walmart in Florida. $6. Everything's $6 at Walmart. And that's what has given us some exercise.
Some of our tour exercise.
Mobile, Alabama, we were getting this baby serviced, and Kenny and I were working on our left-hand throws. We did occupy a long delay in our Wichita show by going behind the venue and playing some football. That was fun. Let's see what else we got here. We got random backpacks. Coffee Mate's important. Ginger ale. Buy it by the 12-pack. That way you're not pulling $1.39 at each gas station. Plus, for some reason, they don't have ginger ale like once you get away from the coast. There are other random snacks in here. Mainly just pretzels and crackers. Surely there's 800 bags of sunflower seeds in here.
They're all empty.
They're all empty. Occasionally we drink water to rehydrate. And, how could I forget the most important part? Well, this is, in order to understand how special this is, you have to understand that we toured for nearly 4 years in a Honda Odyssey, which is a minivan. And we packed everything in that, and we rode the country very cramped. This is obviously very luxurious and spacious, but there's another feature in Vancina that we like. Matt, you think you might want to mood lighting. Let me tell you, after a long night of exhausting yourself on stage, you just need to get into a relaxing zone. Just flip those babies and you're where you need to be. There's a television up there. Incidentally, we haven't even used it. We used to listen to movies in our minivan. We used to just put them on and run it through the house, we called it. We put on our favorite movies like, you know, that had great lines. Office Space, Goodfellas, the kind of things you didn't really need to watch because the lines were so damn good. So, that's this section of the van. We got some cup holders. So the only thing left, I guess, is the rear with the gear. Let's go check that out. This mostly serves as our cargo compartment here. We've Tetris all of our gear into this area, and it's very organized the way we do it. We have set places for everything, and it allows us to still see out the back. Occasionally, though, when we're waiting on a show that is running really, really late, and we're all really tired, this also serves as a sort of a recreation area. It's kind of like a green room. You know, you get in back and you just kind of stretch out and relax a little bit. And the other day, actually, some folks drove 4 hours to see us from Missouri to Wichita, Kansas, and we said, well, you know what, let's just go in the van and hang out a little bit. And there were like 7 people in the van just chilling out, so that was pretty cool. Now this is my sleeping bag, camouflage. Got it at an Army-Navy store 4 years ago. It broke about 2 months into the first tour. Other sleeping bags, you gotta travel light on tour, especially if you're in a vehicle this size. So, you know, just basically some t-shirts and not much else. We got some random merch hanging out here and there. I feel like every show in the last week we've had to run from the club back into the van to get a, you know, size small t-shirt for whatever reason it's not in the thing. And yeah, that's it. You may be wondering what the blue tarp is. Blue tarp is important because at night, after playing a show, we're very tired. And we don't feel like loading all of our gear out of the van and into someone's house or in a motel. So what we do is we just take the guitars, the important stuff, and then we cover the rest of the stuff with this blue tarp. With operating under the theory here that most thieves are like newborn children, where when you play peekaboo with them, they feel like things don't exist. So by covering it with a blue tarp, they just move on, thinking this van is empty.
Now our cover's blue.
We might mix it up. You never know what color tarp we'll use in our next tour. So there's probably some spare drum heads in here. Unfortunately, there's never any spare strings. That's always bought on an as-needed basis. I don't know how many years it's going to take us to learn that lesson, but that's pretty much it. You see the lights? You see the space we got, the sleeping bags, and a few random sweatshirts and stuff. That pretty much does it. This is our van. Where goes Cube?